Alright, hey everyone, WanderPod here, and welcome back to Star Ocean. Now, hopefully some of you remember that in the first episode I said that Shell might be joining me for this series, and I didn't know where, when, or how it was going to work. We're just going to toss her in right now, because I don't want to go back and replay everything, and honestly not enough's happened really that she's going to have missed too much. There will probably be a couple of questions from her end as to what the hell's going on, but I think we're okay. I hate to do this, but not really much of a choice. Anyway, we have a little girl to go search for missing parents.
The hood actually bops around.
Oh yeah, yeah. The hood's kind of weirdly gelatinous. I like her outfit. As dumb as her hat is, she even has these like weird monsters on her backpack that are really hard to see.
Mm-hmm. Wait, so what's up with the backpacks? Why does everyone?
I mean, you gotta have to have a backpack somewhere. Apparently, she's storing all of her stuff in that belt pouch.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Textures are nice.
Oh yeah, the textures are great. I have to say, I know it's like completely static, but the just fold in her like chest piece.
Well, yeah, it's the fabric.
Yeah, like how often do you actually see that in like women's
the fabric
clothing?
is really well done. I just wish that they didn't have anime faces.
Oh
at
yeah,
that point.
well, if her eyes were a little bit smaller, I think it'd be okay. But like instead, she's got these like giant, weird cartoon eyes that just it looks
I
really
understand
bizarre.
that manga has a particular style, but
Like it works with the child.
realism for the background and
Yeah.
the clothing and everything.
I was trying to think. Tokyo Mirage Stories also is very anime, but they actually got the facial proportions fairly well done.
So this is Relia.
Yes. Okay, this mysterious girl, Fidel and Mickey, rescued on the Dakav footpath, is unlike any other or all the other personages you will encounter on your journey for the reasons stated below. You cannot assume control of her. She cannot equip weapons or use battle skills. Huh. So I just...
Stubborn old woman. Have you seen my husband anywhere?
Your husband's dead, lady. He's been dead for like 30 years. Here, you can have this small child instead. He seems energetic.
Hooray!
Okay, where are we going? Back up to the gate. Okay, what's the button for sprinting? I'm playing way too many games now where the sprint button is literally anything. Anywhere from right trigger to square to circle
The
to...
one thing I don't like about the city is that since the stone is so light, it actually
Hey, Fidel!
pops out at
What's
you more than the
this?
characters
You
do.
hitting the old dusty trail again?
Yeah. I'm going to the capital for a little bit.
Don't you think for a minute you can skip your training while we're gone?
There you are. I assume you're done here?
Aren't Gunter and Hana supposed to come with us?
They've gone on ahead. Is that?
There's no reason to be scared. I'm going with you to the capital.
Not seeing her facial expressions. You can turn around and pan, right?
But there's not really much of a facial expression.
Ah, that's true. Do they just sort of nod
Ready
their
as well.
heads?
Yes.
Fidel, Miki, don't do anything I wouldn't do.
We won't. Look after Stahl for us.
You've got it.
I like it how he's responding voice acted to their speech bubbles. Mm-hmm. That's super tacky.
We'll be back soon.
Can't leave. Not yet. All the townspeople have to give you their farewell.
No. There we go. It's, oh, I see.
Hmm?
I don't know what's going on. This game just has, like... So instead of having cutscenes of any kind, everything is rendered in engine. Like, for him, his eyes actually fit his character. Fidel, it kind of does, though his face is a little wide. Miki's face is just weird all the time. We were complaining about the eye. Ah!
You went back into town. Great.
Oh! I did. So I did. There's not really much of an indication of, like, you're going back into town now. Like, usually there's, like, a dotted blue line, or, like, a, would you like to go in here? But I guess that would have been the map. Whatever. Okay.
Are there dragons up ahead?
Yeah, they're like dragon lizards. This game actually has some of the more interesting monster design I've seen in a JRPG in a while. Like, I mentioned Tokyo Mirage Stories, and like how their eyes were good. Sadly, all of the monsters in Tokyo Mirage Stories are very, are very repetitive design, like, recolored constantly. I have yet to actually see a recolored monster yet, and every single monster design is actually pretty nice looking. Like, as far as I'm concerned, this is actually what, like, a lot of 3D JRPGs should look like.
What kind of spellcaster is Mickey? Or Miki?
What am I... Oh, I'm out of juice. That's why I can't fight anything. I guess we didn't sleep.
Uh-oh.
Well... Let's go back for nap time, seeing as we are. Miki is a hybrid healer, like, you know, damaging spellcaster. So she has like a generic heal and a fireball move. I don't know if she has anything else. Yeah. Yeah. Sadly, like, every character only has like 1 or 2 moves so far, and I don't really think the move list is going to get particularly deep either. What's this?
Whistle?
Private actions. When you enter a town, the party may enter a private action mode if you have made sufficient progress in the story. This will occur when you come into contact with specific points denoted by whistle icons, which causes all the characters to scatter throughout the town. If you wish to see these side stories with your allies unfold, you will have to find your party members.
So you have to actually
hide and go seek, I guess. Empty diamonds depicting the number of private actions you can view will display at the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, and will fill every time you view one. This way, the likelihood you will accidentally skip over a private action will be drastically reduced. Depending on the content of the private action, or sometimes the choices you make, as Fidel during it, you can improve your standing with the party member involved. You can always exit private action mode in the same manner as you entered it, by walking into a gold circle like the one below.
Now... and then what's that one across the way?
Well, that's how to leave. For whatever reason, to exit, we have to cross the street.
So, does Miki still hate frogs as much as ever?
Miki doesn't like frogs?
When she was still a little kid, she found a frog that was this big. She tried to catch it, but it jumped up and hit her smack dab in the face. It made a sound like splork and everything. Even though she pulled it off right away, the damage had been done. Miki kept saying, "Ah, it tried to eat me." From then on, she burst into tears whenever she heard frogs croak.
Why did you have to go and tell her something like that?
Because it's something that happened.
Oh, just shut up already.
Hey, stop standing inside people.
There's no collision, it's funny. Also, interesting point, that's the first time Relia has ever said a word.
Really?
Yeah. So, I think we've kind of broken the sequence a bit. Also, it's not that hide-and-seeky, because turns out all of these social actions can be seen on the map. Yep. I should have checked to see if there's a interact with command for the cat. Probably not. Let's see, there's a cat
Can I ask you
here.
something? If you had a child, and if that child said that he didn't like spinach, what would you do?
Is there something you're not telling us?
Purely hypothetical.
I think he hates spinach. I don't know why he's saying child. What do you think we should go with?
Well, so I didn't really like spinach for a while when I was a kid, but the thing was, we kept having it being made, so I eventually started eating it. But what's interesting is I actually don't like spinach that isn't cooked with like sauces and other stuff. If it's just on its own, it has a real...
Oh yeah, I hate spinach on its own. The only time I like spinach is in a smoothie.
Oh, there's also like spinach salads are good, but that once again, that's the salad dressing.
Yeah, like I will finally blend spinach up, so I mean it's effectively a paste, and throw it into like a fruit smoothie. Mm-hmm. You can't taste the spinach at all, and then it's good for you, and then it's like, aha, I've circumvented your health concerns. I'm gonna go with this one, I think.
I hate to admit it, but actually, I don't like spinach either.
You too? Oh, what a relief. I thought I was the only grown man who can't eat it.
Called it.
The voice doesn't really match the character
So,
very well.
interesting point. He's actually, I believe he's Kratos from Tales of Symphonia. The voice actor is, which is really cool for me because
Wait,
he was one of my.
Is that old man trying to find his wife? You missed it.
I mean, Look, they'll find each other when they go home for dinner tonight. Where's my husband? 5 minutes later, same position. Where's my wife? They're just, like, facing opposite directions. Look, you know, at that point, you just can't help them. Okay, go to sleep. Alright.
And everyone will just stand awkwardly around your bed and watch you.
Yes. Alternatively, you all pile on. By the time we get all 7 party members, that poor bed, it's just, like, broken in the morning. That would be a great, like, little detail. For, like, a really campy RPG that's not this one. But just, like, there's only one bed in this room. What do we do? Well, I guess we don't have much of a choice. I guess we're just gonna sleep on it. And so you just have, like, the party fighter, full armor, the mage, just, like, kind of everybody's, oh, what is it? Jenga Dawn.
It's Jenga Dawn.
Well, you know what Jenga is, right?
Oh, yeah.
Jenga,
Oh, Jenga
apostrophe D
on.
yeah. So you just have this, like, really goofy pile of adventures sleeping on one kind of garbagey small bed.
Now you have to face the same monsters all over again.
Yeah, I mean, it's only the first encounter. These guys are pretty weak. I just didn't feel like eating a crap ton of blueberries to get all my mana back. Because, my moves aren't too expensive, but right before this we fought bandits and I was, like, burning through my MP pretty fast.
Does he use magic to boost up his sword skills?
So everybody uses MP to use their skills, magic or otherwise. I mentioned there's a limited moveset so far. So my character has double slash. Technically I can switch between all of the characters, but I also don't care that much. But so double slash can be applied to X or circle. X is light attack, circle is heavy attack. And it'll do more or less damage accordingly. However, the thing about double slash is it's uninterruptible. So I can just heavy slash, double slash, or heavy attack, double slash constantly. And more or less beat the crap out of most enemies. With little to no effort. Sadly, the combat system in this game is a little bit on the simplistic side. Which kinda sucks.
Waterfalls.
Yeah.
And massive spider things.
Because, like, there's a lot of, like, good things about this game. They really just needed to spend an extra year of development on it to make it better.
That one looks like a giant stag beetle cicada thing.
God, it looks really cool, actually. Like, usually I hate bug monsters in games, but this one does it pretty well. Like, they look really nice. Kinda wish I could see the player models. Monster models.
Now, the thing is, I'm surprised that humanity would even have been able to establish itself with all of these predatory creatures around.
I mean, considering how many of them we are currently plowing through, it's not that unheard of.
Imagine fledgling, like, human civilization not even, like, capable of developing weapons, armor.
But you have to remember, like, we as humans evolved more or less from, like, chimp-like things.
Right, but we didn't have necessarily, like, bears and wolves attacking us outright.
Yeah, we did.
I mean, we still do, but usually they only pick on people solitary.
We also had, like, a lot more diseases, and...
Right, but I'm saying if these monsters were the ones...
Yeah, but, like, they also have magic in this civilization. That probably counts for something. Because it's kind of implied that signaturgy in this series is somewhat of an innate thing. Like, you train for it, yes, but you actually, like,
well, unless they were born with magic and somehow learned how to manipulate it, I think it would have been hard for humanity to survive with these creatures. But
it's an interesting point. I'm trying to think of, like, other games. Actually, you know what's a better example of...
Because the thing is, like, in other games, dragons? But they're few and far between.
Yeah, but, like, most of these are pretty weak. Like, a couple of teenagers can totally just, like, kick their ass, no problem.
But they have swords and magic.
You know what world, like, makes no sense, though? There are two that I'm thinking of right now. I mean, obviously, Dark Souls. Like, there's no ways any level of civilization should be able to develop with that kind of, like, world condition. Is that... Oh, that's the cave where we fought the guys in the waterfall. The other one would be Monster Hunter. Do you
Just with
remember?
massive monsters?
Yeah, just like setting foot outside, you get attacked by effectively velociraptors. And it bothers me on some base level of like, so, question.
These are sentient creatures.
Yep. They're also gonna die.
Like lizard men.
Apparently I had a preemptive attack on them. I don't believe this game. I do really like how this battle system is... For the battle system, there's no like loading screen between combat. All I have to do is put away my sword. And then we're back out to adventuring in the world. I hate that in Pokemon, where it's just like da-da-da, battle time, and it's like, can I... Oh.
Whoa, trees.
I've never seen these things before.
Oh, and they do have a crack for a mouth.
These are really cool monsters. Like, every single monster I've run into so
Wait,
far...
does the fruit have, like, eyeballs on it, or are those just weird-looking fruit?
Oh, no, they're like palm... there's some kind of, like, palm fruit.
They look very similar to, have you ever seen the mangosteens?
Yeah.
Or...
Honestly, I'm gonna have to give it to this game. This is probably the... Oh, I'm already out of juice. Alright, whatever. This is probably the most unique tree monster I've ever seen as an enemy. It looks really cool. It's also very tough.
It's not doing anything with its quote-unquote hands, though.
No, I'm a bit surprised that it's not giving me the old wacko with its little
Vines.
slappy fronds. It just kind of like whirls past them, but that's the extent of it.
Also, why isn't it shoving people down the trunk or anything?
I mean, that would take effort. So apparently the little girl that you can kind of hear saying things every once in a while is giving us little buffs.
Uh-huh.
It looks like. She also has a lot of HP for a child.
You see, I think she might quote-unquote be the Seeker Oven because, I mean, think about Knights of the Old Republic and how everyone was after Bastila Shan for having battle meditation. Like, able to change the course of battles by either, what was it?
Apprentice scumbag.
What?
I didn't know you had to train to be an asshole, but these people do. And it's like, I go to scumbag school. It's hard work. Our homework is to be a dick to our roommate and rob the cafeteria. And if we fail, well, they take away our weird, dopey-looking hats. I guess it's okay.
They actually look like Smurfs initially.
They look like just like knifey little Smurf people with baggy pants. I really honestly wish I could zoom in to see.
They have pointy noses and beady eyes.
Yeah, they're like weird, awkward.
They should have just made goblins. Why are they just making apprentice scumbags?
I mean, look, you gotta build up to Goblin. You can't just go straight Goblin. You gotta apprentice into the position.
And the bandits were better looking than those dudes?
The bandits kind of looked like ninjas.
Uh,
They actually had pretty neat clothing.
oh, more lizard people. Now, do you have to fight every group that we
No,
pass?
it's just kind of one of those where, like, semi-obligatory should probably fight what I can in the way in any RPG, because it's like, if I don't, eventually I'm
Experience.
under-leveled,
Yeah.
and then everything sucks. And there's no, like, specific grinding
Oh,
DLC
no, more
that they gave to me.
scumbags.
Yeah. Only 2 this time. Also, it wasn't super obvious, but the scumbags actually ran away. Oh, like, were trying to run away from me.
Well, they're
Which-
cowardly.
Yeah, I know. It's just, I'm not actually used to enemies actively running from you in a lot of games. Sadly, a lot of these battles are balanced specifically for having a full party. So if you notice, these guys are incredibly tanky for what is, a fairly easy fight. Because earlier we had, what was her name? Fior? The sorceress lady, and she could just fire, like, wind blades
Where
and
is she
stuff.
now?
Presumably, actually back here. I only vaguely remember. I filmed the previous episode the day before you arrived, so I'm a little bit foggy on the details. But she's either on the warfront or like right here. And I honestly can't
To
remember.
the castle. Someone there will likely know Lady Brunelli's whereabouts.
Central Rasulia.
Yeah, so her name is Lady Brunelli. Mm-hmm. Fiora Brunelli? I think it is. Anyway.
The bold merchant.
I love it how he's wearing a backpack inside his own shop. He does not know the concept of setting up and doing anything.
Whoa, those are cute.
Yep, they're little dinosaur things. I have no idea what they're supposed to be.
Plushies.
Well, yeah, they're plushies, but like for Nippon Ichi, they've got the prinnies, which are the penguin things. For
You mean the just classic mascot animal?
yeah, but I don't
Do
recognize
they
this
have
as
like
a
little
mascot.
pom-pom tails, or what's that hanging off the sides?
Yeah, it's like some kind of pom-pom tail.
And they have like a heart on their back.
Do they? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, they do have a heart on kind of their right butt cheek. I don't know.
Whoops.
If any of you guys in the audience recognizes them, please tell us. Because, yeah, I haven't played enough Star Ocean to know if it's like a Star Ocean staple. And...
They would have given you one already if that was the case.
you don't know.
Isn't it interesting how all the old people...
You're rather late, Victor.
Sorry for that, but our mission is now over. I can give you the details soon.
We don't have time for details. Once you're done with your reports, rejoin your regiment.
Where are you headed, sir?
The front. They've breached our borders.
That can't be.
The Trey-Curran military has entered our territory and pushed all the way to Sortiview. We're gathering all our forces there for a final showdown as we speak.
Is that why you're in such a hurry, Major?
It's not just me. Advisor Camus and the Signaturge from Languedoc are already well on their way.
Lady Brunelli, too? I'll head there, too, as soon as I can.
Good. Get on it.
What about your father?
He's
As
probably
you
there,
doubtless
too.
heard, Lady Brunelli is not here. I would never take you to the front lines under normal circumstances.
We're more than capable of protecting ourselves.
Fine, then. Okay, let's go.
2 teenagers and a small child, capable of protecting themselves on the front lines. Actually, yeah, very possible, come to think of it. Alright, well, the assumption
Well,
is we're going this way.
We don't even know what the Trey-Curran or whatever they're called are.
Yeah.
Are they humans?
Presumably? Well, I have yet to see them. I have yet to hear them, apart from... I think that's the second time we've ever heard their name, even. Like, they're just kind of this boogeyman for... as far as the story goes. Like, to this point. If that makes sense. I don't know. It's... They spoon feed you a lot. There was actually no formal character introduction either for the main 2 characters. We barely even know anything about the knight, whose name I can't remember. All of a sudden, Victor. Yeah, for whatever reason, I wanted to call him like Sigurd or Siegfried. He just kind of looks like a Sigurd. The voice is a very Sigurd Siegfried type, you know.
That and the blonde hair.
Yeah. What was the last? There was a Siegfried in a game we played recently, or I played recently. Do you remember? Probably
Isn't
not.
there one in Soul Calibur?
The battle has already started?
Quickly!
Like Soul Calibur 3?
Maybe.
And I think he has like a huge set of like silver armor and stuff.
So there's already a battle, but I'm quickly going to loot this area because I have no sense of urgency. Alright, doesn't look like there's any loot
I
remaining.
hear
Yeah,
those battle cries.
yeah, you can hear people shouting already. That's actually kind of a nice detail. Here's the question, do we get a cutscene?
I can't go any further with you. I must look for my subordinates.
Thank you for taking us this far.
Take care, for you never know what's in store on the battlefield.
And may victory smile upon you, Victor.
Victory
Let's go
smile
find
upon you,
Fiore.
Victor.
Where around here could she be?
Who knows? But don't let your guard down.
Okay. So this is interesting that they actually just haven't... Oh, these guys are enemies!
Yeah. I wonder how he just bypassed them. I saw those guys around the corner.
I don't know. I like their armor.
It sort of looks like the samurai styled armor.
Yeah. It's surprisingly, like, it's definitely...
Ah, Fidel, you made it.
You left us like 30 feet back!
have this under control.
Okay. Oh, look, there's more knights with the same armor.
I'm just amused that, he's like, you made it. It's like, we just split up from each other. Like, we just parted ways. How even? Oh, what is going on here? Sadly, this game system is not exactly set
Do they all
up.
have silver hair?
Yeah, unfortunately they're using they've just got one stock model for every, like, enemy type. So, like, you know, the Tricurian Ranger, the Tricurian Mage, and apparently, I have no idea. Are we in battle? Okay.
Yeah, those
apparently
guys
that
are
was a
attacking.
preemptive attack. I'm confused. I really don't know what's going on here. It's kind of like... It's kind of all over the place. Anyway, I'm just gonna cram blueberries into everybody's faces. Blueberries recover 30% of, SP, and I sure as heck I'm gonna use it. Okay, let's ignore these guys for the
More
time being.
enemies are just running in. You're able to go off on your own?
Yeah. It...
Jim, what happened to stop? A child with you? We'll discuss that later. Now get out of here. She's somewhere on the battlefield. Too dangerous here. Get to safety.
Oh, is that your dad?
Yes.
Let's search by ourselves. It's okay.
I think I might turn down the sound effects. They're a little loud compared to the dialogue. Sadly, can I do that from here? No, I can't. Yeah, we have to finish... Oh, I guess we're done with battle.
No, that guy's right after you.
Yeah, no, we're not in battle. What are you talking about? Okay.
Maybe because he hasn't landed a blow yet?
I guess not. Okay, there we go. That should be a little bit easier to hear now.
Well, yeah, turn sound effects volume down.
Well, I already turned it down a fair amount. Oh, interesting.
Battle music, yeah.
That is one of the coolest options I've seen in a JRPG.
No, I've seen that in other RPGs where if you get really tired, okay, so Guild Wars too, remember?
Yeah.
How you always had that same riff of music that would come up whenever
Yeah.
you fought? You could turn it off.
Well, in this one, it's select whether or not to have the battle music continue from where it ended in the previous encounter. So this isn't turning it off. It's like it remembers where you were in the song, and so
that
when
it doesn't start all over again.
Yeah.
Then you get that weird thing.
yeah, it's not like in Xenoblade Chronicles X. I don't know if you saw this part, but whenever you would start flying in the mech, it would start playing this like fairly catchy J-pop song, but if you landed for a second,
It would start it over again.
it would start it over again when you lift it off, and it's just like, I just touched a thing, and now you're singing at me again. Yeah, so this game is not properly this game is not properly designed for mass continuous
Does your
battles.
father have a beard or a mustache or anything, or does he just look like a young man himself?
Does the dad? He's just got like smaller eyes, like an angry eyebrow thing, but from behind they're kind of similar looking.
Cause he looks like he could be in his like late 30s or just 40.
I mean, that's kind of consistent with generic, like, fantasy RPGs. Usually the father figures aren't that old, because otherwise it's just kind of weird. Either that or it's an adoptive father figure.
Well, they have the same hair color, so...
Yeah.
Knew it had to be Fiora. She's gonna die if we don't do something. Fidel?
I'll need backup.
Alright, you got it.
Oh, so that's what our knights look like, with helmets on. They actually look pretty nice.
There were some standing back... I think the speech is a little loud, too.
No. If we do that, Ford will sure fall. We have to stop them here.
It's easy to say, but it's not right.
Uh-oh.
It's okay. Don't worry. The girl is an explosive.
She's frozen the enemies.
What's going on here?
It's happening again. Our enemies stopped moving.
Whatever it is, now's our chance to counterattack. Let's end this now!
Reporting in! The enemy forces have begun their retreat! As of now, our troops have left the garrison and are in pursuit.
Yeah, I knew she was
Really?
gonna collapse.
Come on, let's get away from the battlefield. We'll never be able to get to the bottom of her condition here.
I
Just
still
kinda-
think she's the secret weapon.
No, the other one was like devastation. This one is much more like freeze you in place so your soldiers can just go stab the shit out of their
What do you mean
enemies.
by other one?
They described the weapon a little bit more, and it said it was like a cannon or something. I think.
Well, you know how
I think
they...
I've gotten my head around it all. So, this is the second time.
It is.
And both times it was really his astonishing power that saved us.
It behaves like a signet, but it's gone now. Therefore, maybe it's not?
We're not sure. We'd appreciate your input, or anything that comes to mind.
I've never seen a signet with these properties, nor witnessed such powerful signaturgy. I don't know if I can even classify it.
You don't?
Oh, but there may be someone over at the Royal Institute who can. At the very least, his knowledge of signaturgy is far more extensive than my own.
More than yours, Fiore? Unbelievable!
Want to meet him?
Yes! That'd be wonderful!
Well then, let's head over. Some introductions are certainly in order.
Hold on a moment. The situation in Sortiview has yet to stabilize. Lady Brunelli can't leave at this critical juncture.
Excuse me.
Dad?
I came to call on Lady Brunelli and accidentally eavesdropped on your conversation. I apologize for the indiscretion. Fidel, listen. You're to take Lady Brunelli and the little girl and escort them to Santarol in the Kingdom of Languedoc.
Oh, Pops!
Master!
If we could understand her power, we could stop this, no, all future wars that might arise. Should that dream become reality, this is a small price to pay.
You condone this, Master?
Well, we were only able to triumph thanks to the girl. But don't worry, I'll take it on myself to inform the king.
Thanks very much for the kind gesture.
And Fidel, make sure Lady Brunelli reaches her homeland safely.
I will.
I shall remain here. May our paths cross once more.
We truly owe you a debt of gratitude.
Thank you so much.
You take care as well, Lady Brunelli.
I suggest we wait until the girl wakes up. Then we can head out.
By the way,
That's an odd outfit.
all of those diamonds are skin.
What?
Yeah.
But I thought they were yellow and black.
Nope.
I would never, ever think of leaving you behind, Relia. I'm sorry if I scared you at all.
I see you're up. You don't feel funny at all, do you?
I'm okay.
That's good. Well then, let's get out of here.
Yeah, that is straight up skin, by the way.
And is that an actual tail and wings?
No.
It's just part of her outfit. Hey, stop!
I'm trying to figure out where those wings are coming from.
Well, you're looking at her butt instead.
Actually, those wings aren't attached. I'm not looking at her ass. Yeah, the wings aren't attached. They're just hanging there.
She has tattoos around her leg, too.
Yeah, the tattoos look really cool. Too bad they put them in kind of sketchy locations and then covered them up a bunch. I really like her hat, too. Like, she's got a cool hat. She's also got this, like, really weird diamond thong thing going on.
I'm surprised for the, I suppose the American version.
They didn't censor it
fill
more?
It in.
Eh.
Because I know they do that in a lot of anime. Like the Harpy Ladies, for instance, from Yu-Gi-Oh! They just gave them full jumpsuits rather than the partial ones that they had.
See, I wanted to see if there's a Battle Voices. Because here's the unfortunate part. There's no setting for Battle Voices. So, like, the characters will literally talk over themselves.
There's voice volume and then there's character volume. They're different.
Well, there's voice volume and character voices.
Oh.
So this way I could just turn off all voice acting.
But...
Unless... I mean, we could try and turn off voice volume and see if there's still voice acting. Might work. I honestly have no idea. You know what? I think I might actually test it out. Because we've got a save point right up here. And then I can go back and do some reloading nonsense. Because, yeah, if I could turn off battle voices, it'll be a hell of a lot easier listening to the dialogue in the middle of battle. Because several times during that last battle segment, I honestly heard Fidel talking over himself.
Oh, because he had his in-battle voice.
He's like, double strike, and it's like, I don't care. Oh, goody, cutscene. Let me save! Let me save! Uh-huh. Oh, I see, it's because we're not going this way. Well, that's dumb. I guess it's fine. I mean, oh, hey, treasure chest. Alright, I'll take the consolation prize. Okay, I do have to comment, though.
He's just sitting there.
This run cycle, it just feels very, like, short. Is it just...
Oh, you mean his step?
Yeah, like...
He's actually covering too much space for the amount of ground
his stride isn't long enough for the distance he's covering.
Yeah.
And so instead of giving him longer strides, which would take more animation work...
The Kingdom of Langdok lies east of Rasulia, and in its capital of Santarol is the Royal Institute of Signatory Studies. Most people coming from Sword of You pass through central Rasulia, then Medok, and finally cross the Rond River to get there.
I wanted to say if she was going to say anything else. Oh yeah, there's also incredibly bouncy... What? Was you the weird hand plant things? They're really cute, actually, sort of.
Not really.
I don't know, the, like, critters on the base side are cute. I'm not talking about the weird, like, flower hand things or the animations.
Is there something else?
No. I just have a barrage of questions. You know, about the inner workings of her power.
By power, you mean really signets?
Right. You and I both wear these markings,
Sit down.
called signets,
Let me
upon our
help.
flesh. It is extremely rare, however, to see them on a child.
Really?
I won't say there are no exceptions to this rule. Still, assuming what she cast was signaturgy, it's much more complex and effective than any form of it I've ever seen or heard.
Go on, then.
What's more, considering the fact that she collapsed both times she used it, we can infer that her signaturgy is puissant enough to affect the caster. I have to say, it's beyond my understanding. One last thing. Every signet I know is always visible. But hers don't appear except for when she uses signaturgy.
Yeah, I was wondering about that too.
As any signaturge would. I haven't been this motivated for such a long time.
Okay.
I actually really like the voice acting for the characters. None of them feel particularly misplaced. Like, you were complaining a little bit about Victor's. I really like Victor's voice actor. I just wish they had made Victor's face a little bit more manlier looking to match.
Right. He just looked too effeminate.
Well, originally, based on the box art for the game, I actually thought Victor was female. And, gonna be honest, like...
Male anime faces.
Yeah, male anime face, long blonde hair. It could be kind of misconstrued as totally a chick. Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna head for the end, unless there's something else. No. Okay, so I'm gonna head for the end-to-end save, because I want to go see if I can mess with the dialogue thing so we don't hear double slash over and over and over again in battle, because that's dumb. So I guess.
Were you apologizing for bashing into people?
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Sadly, animals do not react, and I do not apologize to them.
Pardon me.
But yes, every time I bonk into somebody, it's like, whoops, sorry, pardon me. Excuse me, coming through. Get out of my way, old man. That last one, not so much so, but that's okay. Alright, let's save. Let's see if we can fix that dialogue stuff. And...
Violin's good and all, but it's interesting how everything has an overarching violin playing, and then, depending on where it's situated, you either have... Currently, it's like chimes and fake band instruments, but out in the world, especially during battles and such, it was like percussion and possibly electronic things.
I've paid next to no attention to the music. It's so backgroundy. But I've yet to run into a song that's bad. so I'm giving it a pass. Like, it's better to have
It's a little
kind
over
of...
the top grandiose right now.
I guess. I would rather have this, though, than, like, actually bad, though. Because I've played a number of games, RPGs
she has
especially.
that creature on her backpack, actually.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the same, though. These look fuzzier.
The blue one has a horn on it.
That's a good point. I don't know. I really like his coat, actually. It looks cool. I wish he'd wear the hood for once, though. Just to see what it would look like with the hood on.
He'd probably look a lot like, what's his name? Jace Beleren from Magic the Gathering.
Huh. Yeah, maybe. Alright, well, one way or another, let's see, is this the save? Yeah, this is the save we're using. I think this is a great stopping point, so we'll see you guys in the next episode of Star Ocean, Integrity and Faithlessness. And as always...
Is there a reason why it's called Integrity and Faithlessness?
I have yet to run into it. I think they just made it up because it sounded cool.
But faithlessness. Like, who lost faith in whom?
Her, apparently in standard fashion. Look, I'm grasping at straws here. Because anything else I'd have to grasp would be feminine and probably illegal.
Gross.
I know. But, like, seriously, they catch the eye and it's a problem. I know! I don't like it! It's still better than Knights of the Azure. Not by much.
Oh, but at least she was self-conscious about when, like,
she
girl's
was.
Like, I stripped you down for a ritual. And it's like, okay. I still don't get the tail.
Yeah, I don't
or
get the
cat
tail
ears.
either.